All right, where did you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from West Oakland.
And tell me about your family growing up.
Well, my dad was a trick and my mom was a prostitute. Um, I had a twin sister. They went to Portland, Oregon to live with my grandmother. She grew out there. I grew up in West Oakland with my mom. My mom was 13 when she had me, and my dad was 49.
How do you describe your childhood? Did they stay together long?
No, my dad was already married. He had two other kids. She blackmailed my dad. He would send her checks and stuff and always cash up her money and stuff like that when she asked for it. It's like she kept me out there too for insurance that he paid her.
So your dad really wasn't in your life.
No, he was never in my life. Never. Like,
Your 13-year-old mom, was she? How was she as a mother?
I remember being my neighbor Belinda, her name, we called her Cece. She raised me like pretty much. She was a black woman. She had kids already. But she raised me, like, watched me for my mom as I grew up and stuff, and my Auntie Jasmine. She wasn't my real aunt, but I called her Auntie Jasmine. It was my mom's best friend when she was out there working.
Your mom continued to work.
Yeah, my mom continued to work. I
Sweet.
first remember about the age of 4 watching my mom work from the bus stop in West Oakland. On West Grand, my mom would be out there working, and Auntie Jasmine would sit at the bus stop with me.
What kind of mom was she?
For the way I grew up, my mom made sure I was okay. I never went in the system or anything. As far as what I needed as a mother, I ate. I wasn't ever hungry or needed clothes or anything like that. My mom made sure I had stuff. It was later, I think I remember catching on that my mom was addicted to drugs, and I just remember that I didn't grow up right. I just really realized that later. I was just happy to have my mom when I had her.
That's all you knew.
Yeah. I didn't know it was wrong or that you weren't supposed to be growing up that way. Like, that wasn't normal, you know? I just know mom had to make money and take care of us, and I lived in a house behind Hamburger and Donuts on Athens Street in West Grand, by near West Grand in West Oakland. My mom took care of a man there named Clarence, an older guy, so we lived there. I had a small room. I don't remember, like, it was a small room. My mom had a room across the hall from me, and then Clarence stayed in the living room. He had a hospital bed in the living room.
Was he like a sugar daddy for her, or just a?
He was just some kind of old guy my mom just took care of, in-home care and stuff like that. Got paid for it, but I don't think he knew a lot of stuff that was going on, or if he did, he didn't act like it. This was like for like 6 years we lived like this, but my mom would have dates coming in and out the house all the time, and she'd fall asleep laying out over the bed with her t-shirt up, her shirt up, dress up. I remember them just sitting on a chair staring at her, and I just get bored or something, like they'd come in my room, they'd do stuff to me. I remember crying and screaming for my mom, and she never came.
The tricks would come in?
Yeah. Like, by the age of 6, there wasn't nothing sexually done to me that could happen, you feel me? Like, a lot of bad stuff. And
I'm sorry, by the age of 6, what?
there wasn't nothing sexually that could have been done to a girl that didn't happen. I mean, there
I
was
see. Everything.
everything had happened to me by the age of 6.
I
Like,
see.
and I just grew up really hating men. Like, I got this little fire in me that, like, when I was younger, that, like, just, I don't know. I just seen my mom and how she did everything, and I felt like that's why she got money from the man. She never had a man, because that was what you're supposed to do, because men were not, you know. I tried my first date when I was 11 years old. It was one of my mom's tricks that came in the driveway, you know. I remember telling him that he couldn't say nothing to her, though, because I was younger and I should get mad and he would get in trouble. My mom used to charge him $40. I remember I got like $120 because I told him how young I was. I was going to tell on him. I started saving money right then. When I was about 13, one of my tricks said something. Her tricks said something to her about it, and she just went off. Like, I never wanted this for you. Like, you chose this. You're grown now. She said, anything I wanted beside any basic needs that I had, I'm getting it on my own now, you know. She worked too hard for me to be like this, and just, I remember just staying away from home from then on. At 11, 13, I just didn't come, like, back. My mom, she would tell me stuff like, don't cry now, you're grown now, you made this decision, and it would be well by the time I'm married and stuff like that. She said I wasn't a little girl no more, and she said I wasn't getting that from her no more. She said she wasn't going to talk to me like I'm a baby no more. I'm not a baby, I'm grown as fuck now. And I started staying away from home at 13. I was out there in West Oakland, hella small, little, and just white, and I got all kinds of attention from people that was good and bad, you know.
Did you work with pimps?
Remember my first pimp when I was 17. I had my first one. He was in West Oakland. His name was Marquise. He picked me up, and him and his brother Mama had a girl in there already, Angel, and they picked me up, and we went to, it was the first time I ever worked on East 14th in Oakland. He took me out there, and I made money and gave it to him. I was with him, staying in motels, like cheap-ass motels on West MacArthur, right in my hood, right in my neighborhood, so I was comfortable for a while. And then he took me to Vegas, Las Vegas, Reno, different places. And pretty soon he had a baby mama, Sonia, a Mexican girl, who found out. And I remember she came in and busting the fucking car window on his car and yelling at him. He drove off hella fast and had his partner pick me up and take me where I needed to go. And I didn't see him again for a long time. When I seen him, he was on heroin and just gone. Like, not the same person I remembered. And then as I started getting older, I just seen how my mom was, and I had a couple people I worked with before, and I remember this man named Jigs. He was a pimp, a really known pimp. Jigs, his name is Donald Titus. He picked me up, and I'm in his book, actually, Macamillion. He picked me up one day, and I wasn't even 18 yet. I was 16, and he brought me home for his son, Ant. And I worked for Ant for a minute, but Ant didn't know what to do with me, so Jigs cut me loose. When I was 19, he picked me back up again. We helped build a barbershop downtown in Oakland and a lot of things. Then we knocked this female that was underage, and Jigs went to prison for a minute. they used everything against him, and that was really scary. Like, so that's when I quit fucking with pimps after that, because he was like really cool, you know.
Because you have all this experience with and without pimps, what do you make of them? Are they a good thing? Are they a terrible thing?
It depends. Jigs was a good thing, you know. He showed me a lot of good things in life. He showed me how to live. Like, there was better things in life than just always hoeing, but he made sure you enjoyed the bad and the good things, you know. Didn't beat you, didn't pressure you. But I've seen a lot of bad things happen to girls and even me. Like, I've been tied up, thrown in a trunk. I was videotaped while being raped out here in San Bernardino from Oakland. I was kidnapped and took out there. I was tied up with USB cords in somebody's, I don't even know what it was, garage or basement. Garage or shed or something for 2 days. I was beat up and raped and then videotaped it and hella shit. I don't know how I got out of there and ran, and then I ran, and over there was some man in the doing the street sweeping or something like that. He was cleaning the streets right there, was street sweeping because the big brush was on the truck. I remember hearing him, and he helped me. He got me up out of there. Yeah.
Have drugs been a part of your life?
Wasn't late until later, like later on, like I tried my best to stay right. I think my mom was the first person to give me, well, my godmama actually, Jasmine, was the first person to introduce me to drugs. We were in a motel at the Nights Inn, and I remember asking her, what was she hitting, like, it looked like a bubble with the Sobrillo thing on it, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was crystal, you know? But it wasn't. It was crack cocaine she first gave me, and I've done that for a minute, and then I've had a lot of people try to give me other drugs, like GHB and stuff that I didn't know I was taking, and woken up in Jackson and different places, and stuff's happened to me. I've been handcuffed. I was in a hot tub one time and handcuffed to a hot tub when I woke up. In a hot tub when I woke up one time. In a motel with this sick man and 2 other people there. I've had a lot of stuff happen to me. I've been shot 3 times in Oakland. I got shot in my leg. It was all one shooting, but I got in the middle of a shootout out there on the host row, and I got shot in my leg and nicked my back, and then my hand up, and then went in here and came out here, and 2 other people died that night in East Oakland on 102nd at the gas station.
You spent your whole life living on the streets.
Just running, you know.
This rough life.
My sister, she was my twin. Like, we were 3 minutes apart. She grew up good. She graduated high school. She worked at Laundry Drugs. She was manager in the photo department there. She got married when she was 17 because she got emancipated. Still did good. Has 4 beautiful kids. And she died last year. She fell off the back of a motorcycle. And the helmet she had on didn't have the proper novelty. It was certified with the novelty dot, but it wasn't certified. It had the dot, but it wasn't certified. And I sometimes think that I wish it was me, you know. She had so much to live for. She just did so much better than me. She had a chance, though. I wish my mom would have given me that chance. For real. Like, I don't know why I had to grow up in the middle of all this stuff, but I did. But I'm a mom, and I have 2 kids now, and they're as far away from this stuff as I possibly can. And
when you say you're going to have 2 kids?
I have 2 kids. They're growing up in Modesto, California, away
Okay.
from here.
But
Away from Oakland anyway.
You didn't raise them, though.
No, I gave them to a lady who can't have kids, and they're still part of my life. I didn't just give them, they know who I am. They know when they're gonna be 5 and 7. I know who one of my kids' dads is. I don't know who the other one is. I love them a lot. And just recently, 3 weeks ago, I ended up in LA, but I just trying to start all over and do some things different. Get away from a lot of the stuff I was introduced to down there. And I'm out here in LA now trying to make things different.
What are you doing here? Are you working the streets?
I am, but I'm not. I'm doing things different. I have less people in my business, and I'm not out there putting myself out there, to be hurt and stuff like I was in Oakland.
Are drugs a part of your life still?
A little here and there, yeah, they are. I'm not gonna lie, they are. But it's what get me through things right now.
Still crack?
Yeah, that's it. The only thing I did. I'm scared of anything else, so
Yeah.
I know I do want to live.
Did you feel loved when you were a kid?
By who?
Your mom, or certainly not your dad?
No, I really didn't. My grandmother, I think, I thought she loved me. I tried to tell myself she did, but my sister was her favorite. It made me really feel rejected. I thought the men that wanted me loved me, or I let people just use me for the feeling of being wanted or needed. And that's how I think I felt accepted or wanted and needed or loved anything. It's because I just wanted the feeling of being wanted,
Yeah.
No matter how it was, I was wanted.
If you could have changed one thing about your life, what would you choose?
I would have liked to got to know my mom a lot better. She's only 13 years older than me. We weren't even really close friends. I know there's questions I have for her that I'll never get answered. My mother's dead. She was killed by a trick, and I would think I would just want to know her better, a lot of things. I want to know my mom better, and anything else other than that, the way I've lived or how I was raised. I'm a strong person today because of it, and if it would have been anything different, I could have been dead like my sister, But I've made it, and I made it through a lot worse things than my sister went through, And I'm still alive. And maybe I could help somebody else one day.
You're definitely a survivor.
I'll try.
What's your biggest fear now?
Huh?
How old are you?
31.
31.
What's my biggest fear right now?
Yeah, what's your biggest fear?
I constantly get checked for diseases and shit like that, so I know I'm clean. That ain't it. My biggest fear is it's just being alone.
Have you been in love before?
Have I been loved before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God loved me, bro. My kids love me. I've been loved before. That ain't... it's just so much happens to me. Like, this happened to me. It's like, I know I'm worthy of being loved, but I don't know if I'm capable of loving like I'm supposed to be able to love. It's hard. Like, I don't think I could get close to people like I want to or could. I think I have some kind of, just like everybody in my life that I've gotten close to has just turned out to fuck me off or just sell me in some way or another. Or abandon me.
What emotions do you deal with most?
I think I have a lot of resentment I resent like not being able to give, not being able, I don't know, just not being able to see what people's true intentions are or what they mean because I can't. It's my defensive skill, like not to be just not in. I have a lot of, I don't know, I'm not, I have feelings inside like that I can't explain sometimes because of different ways I've grown up and stuff, like the feelings that you shouldn't be having at 32 about life and just feel misunderstood, like really. And I just kind of want to be understood and just know, everybody know I try my best, I try with all of me to do whatever it is I can to make whatever task it is I have happen, you know? I just don't want to be a failure to myself, like, for real. Like, I don't like letting myself down. I don't like letting people hurt me because I don't blame them. I blame myself because I let it happen. I feel like I let a lot of shit that's happened to me in my life happen to me because I was put in that situation, you know?
Well, I mean, you weren't really given a good set of parents and unconditional love as a kid.
You gotta find your love somewhere and somehow out there, like.
You had no role models that were worthwhile.
And none good, anyway.
Are you homeless now?
I'm working on getting places, to stay. Yeah, I am.
But you're generally staying in hotels, motels? What makes you happy?
Waking up tomorrow, I don't know, what makes me happy, just knowing that I didn't fail. I mean, I didn't fail, I didn't just quit, I didn't give up. A lot of people I know give up. They fail, they just turn to other drugs you're walking dead on them and stuff, and I didn't do that yet. I still care about myself. And
how would you define success?
For me, in my state, it's just seeing my way out of this. Doing the little things I gotta do right now with the system. I'm doing, eventually going back to school to be what I dreamed of being, an x-ray technician. And
that would be great.
Really just being able to have my kids and smile and say that's my mom, you know.
Do you have any good memories of your childhood at all? Do you believe in love?
Yeah, but you gotta love yourself first. And I'm learning that it's a deep process, for real. 31, I'm just now starting to see that I deserve better. And I need better, and I want better than what I've been. the hand I've been given isn't what I have to take. You know, I could change it. I could want better.
Are you able to stand kind of outside of yourself and look at your life and realize how unusual and
Yeah, my life is different. It's unusual. Not fair. But it's what I was given, you know? And it's hard to say, but I don't think I'd want any other life, you know? I just want another chance. I would want a better chance, you know? I don't think I was given a fair chance at anything.
you believe you deserve a better life than what you've been given?
I believe I deserve a better chance. I'm gonna put it that way. I believe as a kid or anything, I don't think it's fair. I didn't really know back then that that's not how you grow up. You know, I still hear myself sometimes screaming for my mom when I'm sleeping. You know, or seeing the doors open or hearing stuff. You know, and I still hear myself screaming for her. Like, I never thought she ever could hear me, you know? I thought she was sick or something asleep.
It's crazy how we, as children, no matter who your parent is, your mother or father could be the best or worst person in the world, and you still long for their love and attention. Even though your mom was out there walking the streets at 13, 14, 15.
She did everything she could to take care of me, though.
She did.
My mama did. And herself and her habits, everything.
She was fairly functional, it sounds like, for being a drug addict. She kept a roof over her head.
Yeah, she made sure I ate. I was never hungry. And I think that would be one of my biggest fears, like, if I would have seen anything different, you know? I don't know how I could have had kids like she had them out there. Like,
she had how many kids?
My mama ended up having 6 kids.
How many different fathers?
Me and my sister are the only ones with the same father.
And your sister, who did well,
is dead.
Was raised in a different house?
Yeah, she was raised in Portland, Oregon with my grandmother.
And
I got stuck here with my mom.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever understand how that happened. She was older than me. I was younger, so it wasn't, you feel me? Maybe it was just the firstborn. I don't know how she got picked. I don't know. I'll never know. They're all gone. My grandmother, my mother, and my sister.
When did you quit school?
I graduated high school. I did do that. I got to that. I got my GED.
GED.
Yeah. I did. I've been doing some. I did some online classes for Edaloni for college. I majored in early childhood development and psychology. Yeah.
You're very resilient.
Just trying.
How do you see the world? Do you see the world as a cruel place, or?
Well, where I come from, like, there's different ways to look at it. I see the world's full of opportunities and options and stuff. And I unfortunately just wasn't given all that, though. But I could be an angry, bitter person and mad at God and mad at everything that even brought me into the world in this fucked up way. But I'm not, you know. I just gotta make my way up out of it. And I hope one day I do.
John, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson I've learned in my life is when you question yourself about anything you do, don't do it. If you have to question yourself, don't do it. I've had to go by my own instincts out here. That was my lesson. Like, and if you're gonna do anything, do it for yourself. Don't do it for nobody else. Especially when it comes to your life and putting it out there.
Tell me about some of your tattoos. You have Daddy's Girl on your right arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that?
The guys I was with.
Hmm.
Then I have Vito, Crazy Life, my Vito Loca. I have Don Marquis. I was with him for 5 years.
That's a pimp?
Yeah. My mama, her ashes are in there. That's Linda. My grandmother, her ashes are in there. My best friend. I like dice. They don't lie. Money signs. Love and loyalty. Integrity. My sister. My crown. And my niece, Kelly.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
It's Candace Taylor.
And what is it like Can?
Yeah, Can.
All right, Can. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I wish you all the luck out here in
I
LA.
hope I help somebody with it. I do.
Thank you very much. Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
The book includes multi-page spreads of both Rebecca and the Whitaker family. I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out, so once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.